Brainiac. Yeah, man. What is going on, everybody? Looky. Monday. All day today. I hope you guys are doing well. Wow. You guys have a good weekend? I did. I had a good weekend. And I also the weekend like kind of bled into today. Oh my God, am I sore? How many of you guys have got a fireplace in your house or a little wood stove? You guys anybody got that? I'll tell you what. Me and Junior are running late on getting in firewood, and so we kind of procrastinator. Hello. It's what we did all weekend. Spent the weekend sawing down cutting up some dead trees, and got up. Here's the kicker: we're old school, right? West Virginia hillbilly, blah blah blah. I got a maul and a sledgehammer. That's how we cut up shit up here. It's kind of I'm hurting. Oh my God, hurting. Anywhere and everywhere there could be a muscle on the top of a muscle, under a muscle, under a tendon, I hurt. I was telling Michelle Rochester, who's probably going to be joining us a little bit later, I've got muscles that hurting where there shouldn't even be muscles. Damn. I was going to show you something real quick. Kind of interesting, but the moment was this blonde fella right there, like, got the little Illuminati card game playing in his hands, right? For those of you that don't know what the hell the Illuminati card game is, you may want to check that out. The Illuminati card game. I wish I could get my hand on a deck and just go over them and look at them and like physically touch them in my hand. The cards are definitely being played, no doubt. I don't trust him. I know a lot of you guys I'm gonna have a lot of repercussions for that one, but I just don't trust him. Hope you guys got your coffee. I'm not gonna be very active in the chat. I can tell you that. I'll show you on another screen here shortly, but maybe it's because of this here. I don't know. Saying I'm spamming the page, I'm spamming and commenting too fast. God, Zuckerberg, are you in bed with these bastards? What are you doing? What's going on? What's going on? You know, Michelle and me are going to talk about the shit show. Xi Jinping, Xi coming over here. Next thing you know, all of the homeless are gone. Shit's fenced off. We got tent cities burning. Come on, man. Something just don't add up. So me sharing the broadcast is out of the question. I can't really share it. Grab your cup of coffee, Brainiac. I'm relying on you. No doubt. Welcome to the Matrix Minds. It is Manic Monday. All day today. It is November the 13th, Monday. Share this broadcast. Share this podcast. Let's get it on, Brainiac. Let's go. Let's have some fun, no doubt. Let's go right now.
What do you say, Brainiacs? You guys ready? It's time. It's showtime, brains. That's right. It's Matrix time. And it's go time. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's go. ufology, conspiracy theory, controversy, and anything and everything that we can get into tonight.
Come on, Brainiac. Mr. Andy Cassie says, crank that bitch up and rip it off. Rip the dial right on that radio.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Crank it up, Brainiac. Yeah. It's definitely your show. Your show, and we appreciate you for being here. Buckle up, everybody. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, Brainiac. No doubt about it. Let's go to the Brainiac chat. I think. There you are. Yeah. Mr. Mike Pyle, the ground pounder, says, put some mojo up in that. I did. I need to put some damn Ben Gay up in this motherfucker. God. I think you, Mr. Mike Pyle, you gotta, I think pretty sure you got a wood burner, right? You understand what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I heard. What's up, Miss Lisa? Hello, Miss Rose. So if you guys are wondering where I was at in the Brainiac subscription chat, that's where I was at. I was pretty much busy all weekend. All weekend long. Man, oh man. Let's say, did you guys see? Michelle will be with us. She's peeing, and I told her, I'm like, man, that's what they make milk jugs for, Michelle. Aim. You as a woman, you just got to aim right. That's it. Hello, Miss Lisa. I'm still awake. What do you guys? You're usually in bed by now. She's like crashed out, snoring by the time we get on. Mike Plow told Michelle to hold it. That's funny shit right there. Oh my God. Lots been going on. Mr. James Roundtree up in the house. Hello. Yeah, man. Teresa, Miss Beth Ann. What's up, girl? Oh my God. Oh, I thought Teresa, I'm reading his comments. See, roll a joint. No. Speaking of joint, did you guys hear that Ohio marijuana will probably be going down in price? The black market value, anyway. We now have recreational use for that stuff. Yeah, man. Like I fucking need any of that. I definitely don't need any of that. Crank that shit up. That's right, Mr. Andy Cat. I only really started saying that because of you, bro. You're like, crank it up, Matthew. Crank that shit up. And then break off the damn dial. Yeah, man. Crank up the radio and break off the dial. What's better than that? I love reading your guys' comments to get shit started. Miss Morgan, so what's up, everybody? What's up, chicka? She says, what's up? Don't legalize it here. What? We did, though. We did. Ohio passed it like almost. I guess we got some congressional members that probably smoke weed, or their kids do. We passed it. We passed pretty much with flying colors, man. They didn't really have to worry about that vote. It just smooth sailing. But the thing is, I guess it's not actually a law. It's just a it's like a, I don't even know what the hell what the word is. It's like a bill, right? It's a bill but it's not made law yet. It's not. It can very much so be amended and be gone, and then be reissued as a misdemeanor, felonies, and all that shit. A year later, who knows what's going on, man? Who knows? Teresa's moving to Ohio. Come on, baby. Come on over here. Come on over. Come on over. Not in Indiana? Was marijuana, was legalization of marijuana on the bill? That's the dude to ask right there, Mr. Larry Hawkins. He is our cannabis connoisseur. Indeed. His crazy ass went and bought a bus. He went and bought a bus and started touring. He's like, fuck it, let's get everybody stoned. Everybody, let's get them all fucked up. And he started touring, right? Going from like Indiana all over. I don't really know where all he went. I do know he ended up over on the West Coast. And yeah, man, Larry's our marijuana connoisseur. Where are you at? Come on, Miss Michelle. Wanting to say hello to you. I'm starting to feel this mojo kick in, man. No doubt. If you guys wonder at all what the hell keeps me cranking, I'm just telling you. Keeps me cranking is that shit right there. Where do I get it? Tina Danley. Mojo. Yeah, man. Tina Danley gives me the liquid human fuel, jet fuel for humans. Come on. He called it the Indica bus. Indy KA bus. Larry, that's funny. That's right. He showed me pictures of this big green bastard. This is quite interesting. Good evening, Mr. Lee. Good evening to you, sir. Where's Grandpa? Grandpa's up in the house there. Mr. Andy Cassidy would be Grandpa. Grandpa Matrix. That's what we should name Andy. Is Grandpa Matrix. And I seen. I'm not really gonna say this on air, but I seen where Andy dropped in the comments that it cures cancer, right? This fellow would know. He would definitely know because he was with the Matrix. He's been with the Matrix for the last, oh my God, going on quite some time, and he can tell you he come into the Matrix with stage 4 cancer. So any questions about that shit, you'd definitely have to hit Andy Cassidy up with it. Let me share my screen here real quick. I also got to share some audio, and then the moment I do,
recording started.
We'll get Miss Michelle up in here. I think I got her up in here already. Did I got her up in there? I think I do. Miss Michelle Noble, do I got you up in this house? Can you hear me? All right. Hello. There she be. Yeah. What up? How are you? How are you?
Good. How you?
I'm good. Let me get this Matrix tunage out of your ear, man. I'm just chilling with the Matrix family. Waiting for you to get it.
I was just going over a lot of that footage and stuff. Now, I find it interesting, and the reason this holds a place in my heart is because a lot of you guys know I was homeless in Seattle for many years, and I helped the homeless community there. I ran a homeless tent city, did all kinds of things with the programs and the people there, saw the hell they went through. The sweep started back in about 2016, and they started sweeping encampments like they're doing now on a larger scale. But they stopped doing that for a bit, but now they're doing it like on a whole nother level. And I find it intriguing because like in Las Vegas, the flooding didn't get rid of the tunnel people like they thought it was going to, and there were still a couple thousand of them under there. So what are they going to do? They're going to host a Grand Prix.
Right.
So they're forced evicting all of these people to who knows where, and they're magically disappeared in San Francisco as well because of the Chinese prime guy, whatever title he holds, prime minister, I guess. He's coming, and they don't want him to see the homeless encampments downtown. So they swept them. My question is, where do they sweep them to? Now, the fire in L.A. for a couple of days, it never leaked out until today. It leaked out. It was a homeless encampment.
Right.
I was suspicious yesterday when they leaked out that it was a bunch of pallets that burnt. To me, that's the first thing, because having built a tent city and a homeless city, I understand what pallets are used for, right, and how they're used.
Well,
when they said it was pallet fire, I was like, oh, that sounds like a homeless community. Guess what? Turns out today it comes out, it's leaked, that it was indeed a homeless encampment. Hundreds of people. Does that sound a little bit staged to you?
I do believe it is absolutely. You know what? I do believe that it is absolutely staged. And I've got a really good meme I made, and I will release it after the broadcast. I'll publish the meme, but it's right here. This, I call it the illusion. And we got a little dummy, who God only knows who the dummy is, in the arms of Obama, in the arms of Joe Biden, right? So somebody's moving the arms of these political partners, these political people. And it all adds up to this right here, which is a political circus shit show. We know that. This is why I cannot stand the fucking propaganda. I can't stand politics. I can't stand the way they mock us every day. They mock us. They you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I want no part of it. And when it comes to what you said about the homeless camps, let me say something. There's one here in Akron as well, right? Actually, there's two main ones here in Akron, Ohio. And the people that live there, the majority of the people that live there take care. Here's the thing. There is like 24-hour surveillance within the camp for the camp.
Yep.
Okay? I don't know how the fuck. I really don't know how the one in San Francisco, is that right? Was it in San Francisco? Burnt. Okay, I'm sorry. San Francisco is the one. Yeah, San Francisco is the one that the streets were cleaned, and LA is the one where the camps got burnt down. I don't see remotely how that even happened, because again, there's you guys that are in them camps. You watch one another's asses. You watch one another's backs. You watch what's going on, and you take care of one another. That's what you do. It's called Tent City, right? We've got the same shit right here in Akron, Ohio. I understand, and I'm very familiar with it. We run here what's called Op Safe Winter, okay? It's an anonymous thing. I've always done this. Operation Safe Winter is where we go get coats, blankets, shoes, anything that we possibly can do to help people in need. Okay? I haven't started pushing that here on the show yet, but you will see it. Promise. Next thing you know, again, it's sad. It is absolutely sad to see how many people are in distress like that, and then to know that they're doing it for a political gain of some sort. It's or the connoisseur of, let's just show Xi Jinping that, well, the streets of San Francisco are completely clean, okay, and well, the city, right. Fuck it, man. I'm so tired of this fake ass that's in DC. It's unreal. And do I trust Trump? I don't. Sorry, I don't trust him either. I don't. At this point, like I said, separate wings is the same damn bird. You can't convince me otherwise.
Oh, yeah. And it's getting more and more evident on that. But it's like Tammy was saying, and they're doing the same thing to Palestine. And a lot of the truth is coming out about Palestine. A lot of things with regards to Israel and the occupation, about Rockefeller, and about all of that is coming out about that. But it is true. There are more things being leaked about Palestine and Hamas, and how Hamas is being used by both sides, and they're basically the tool guys in the middle, right? And they're just basically being used by both sides to facilitate their plan. So that's like the basic thing there. But as far as the homeless camps and stuff, like when we did it in Seattle, we had to go by very strict regulations. We took care of the people in there. 90% of the people in our camp, we had 100 people in the camp that I helped run, and I would say between 80 and 90% of them held full-time jobs. It wasn't all drug addicts and messed up veterans and crazy people.
All right.
It wasn't, because they couldn't afford the moving costs. You had to make 3 times the rent. Rent was so astronomical in Seattle itself that unless you had like 5 roommates in a 2-bedroom apartment, you couldn't do it. And everybody's income had to check out, and they had to make X amount of dollars. So there was, even though if you found a place for $1,500, say it was a studio for $1,500, which was about average for a studio, right outside of downtown, you still had to make 3 times what that $1,500 did. And if it was a studio and only big enough for one person, you had to be a corporate executive just to afford a damn studio.
Right. The cost of living in the United States, on the west side, in the West Coast, the cost of living is absolutely astronomical. Go to Washington, again, same thing. New York City or New York, same shit. I cannot imagine what it's going to be in 10 years. I'm for real. They're trying to break. They're trying to break the fam. Number one, they're trying to break the families up. Number two, they're trying to drive you out of your home, or they're trying to drive you into multiple family living. I've seen that, to where that's happening here as well. It's not just where you're at, or it's not just over in Seattle or LA. Trust me, this shit's happening here too. It's like Akron ain't fucking Washington.
I don't think we've got 10 years personally. I don't see it happening. I see a lot going down within, I want to say, no more than a year, no more than 2024. I see it just escalating to the point of no return, because we've got all the volcanoes erupting. Mm-hmm. We've got that going on. We've got another interesting topic. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it, damn it. You might be able to. Bless you.
He's coughed.
The one where David Copperfield is making the moon disappear on the 19th. No, I'm dead serious. It may sound like a joke, but I'm dead serious. The moon has been doing a disappearing act, and what's so funny is that people, and if somebody can find it in there, but it's a thing. He has been preparing to do this, to literally make the moon disappear. Now, the problem, some weird stuff has been going on with the moon, that some people have gotten it on video, a couple different people, where something was chasing the moon, and they actually got that on video. But the moon has not been where it's supposed to be. But I haven't been able to see the moon the last 2, 3, 4 nights. The moon has not been out. It's just not been there. And I'm on the coast, and usually it comes up behind my apartments and it comes up relatively close in the same spot nightly, goes up and over, and goes down towards the coast, when it goes down. It has not been anywhere to be found. And somebody jokingly said on TikTok that it was David Copperfield. He was practicing for his big finale. Apparently,
make that bitch disappear. I could care less.
I know, but I think it's supposed to be like on the 19th. If somebody can find it, I want to. I saw it on TikTok, and I thought I saved it. And of course, they've been removing my videos. It's been weird. I'm losing videos. I don't know how that's happening, but it is. And I don't have it. But if somebody can find it and send it to you, that would just be like, that would be golden. That'd be golden. But there's a lot going on in a very short amount of time that I think a lot of people are experiencing things. A lot of people are having very prophetic dreams. A lot of people are having very intense, especially since the portal opened up, the 1111 gateway, as they like to say. And a lot of people have been freaking out a little bit because it's like everything is, I want to say, is magnified. People are like almost losing their shit. Like, not in a bad way, but like in a clarity. Like people are, like their eyes are just popping open and they're just like going, what? And it's like coming on a whole nother level. And I've been seeing it, and I think it's fabulous personally, because it needs to happen. I think this is where the other night we had another timeline shift, and it was so many people felt it, and I think we missed. I think we jumped out of that negative timeline. What's very interesting is I just finished watching Loki, and he was talking about it. It's all about the timeline conversions and how they have the sacred timeline and all the offshoots and the things that happen. And it's so reminiscent of what we're going through right now with the timeline collapsing, us narrowly missing whatever it is that we were supposed to go through. We missed it. So it's like, I think so many are collectively tired of the shit. They're waking up to it and they're saying no. And I think that is having a profound effect. And I don't know how I started on this, sorry, but
it's so good.
It's amazing because I think people can feel it, and they can feel it boiling and bubbling like those volcanoes that are getting ready to erupt, and it's just going to explode. And nobody's going to be able to stop it. I can't wait for it to happen personally.
All right,
but I think we're getting closer and closer and closer. So if anybody can find that, that'd be fabulous.
You're talking
because I haven't been able.
You're talking timelines. I didn't mean to cut you off. Before it scrolls away, Tammy Bonham just dropped in the chat. All of the timelines will collapse into one, and I think that she says, and I think it is all coordinated to a solar flare or the solar or polar shifts. That's a really interesting comment she just dropped there. Is
Yep.
the possible timeline convergence happening at the point of a cataclysmic event? Think about that. Because here's the thing. You got to remember, back whenever... Now, Larry knows about that. The majority of us... Larry really knows about this. And we've all talked about this. Project was called Project Looking Glass, okay? So these bastards know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, blah, 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 and so on. Now, mock, laugh, whatever you want to do. Here's where we all collaboratively, collectively create individual instances, okay? Our own instances. Yours is different than mine, Michelle. You and I have barked at one another, right? You and I have like barked at one another.
Oh yeah.
Right? And you don't see eye to eye with me a lot of times. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And I am the same way. So what I create and or what I see in my reality isn't the same as, well, Mr. Shane Scott that just come walking in the chat. Or Shane ain't gonna see shit the same way Larry does. Or James or whoever, okay? We're all on our own path and methodology to do things the way we see them fit. And it ain't gonna be the same damn way. So with what she said, all of them coming together somehow, some way, in a formal fashion, what do you think? What do you think? Because again, here's the thing: Project Looking Glass. All of these fake pieces of shit and bureaucrats in Washington, they all are part of the problem. All of them, every single one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, not one of them doesn't not already know, from what I understand, what's going to go on, what's going to happen. They've all been privy to what's coming down the pike, no matter what it be, whether it be timeline convergence, coming together, blah, 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 blah. But here's the kicker. Something happened where these people could not see past the winter solstice of 2012 in this Project Looking Glass. From what I understand, I've been told this by multiple people, Michelle. When it came to 2012, their looking glass technology went pure white. Okay? Pure white. And they tried like hell to be able to what's called degauss, right? Do you know what degauss means? It's like where you try to like bring an image into focus, right? And you can't really get it in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's degaussing, all right? So something happens or something happened to our reality, our timeline, our whatever, that they could not see past 2012. I don't have a clue, but all I'm telling you is, you remember, right after that is when everybody and their brother, right, started seeing and experiencing really, really hardcore the Mandela effect. Okay, that's when a lot of people started to wake up, started to feel different, started to come into awareness of what actually is going on. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. You might have started mentioning spirituality and timelines and da 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 da. So I had to throw that out there. What do you think of that?
No, that's I do believe. See, there's so much with like 2012. There's a lot of different theories on that, and one of the big ones is that we were destroyed in 2012. Now here's another wrench I'm going to throw at you. Okay.
All right.
So
let me have
it. Okay. Because this is actually brand new because I just am thinking about it right now. Okay, because it kind of goes along with, hold on, I'm going inside with little Miss Bella.
Bella, baby.
Okay.
The four-legged princess.
Okay, let me try to do it properly.
All right.
Now, when you think, because I'm just putting this together in my head as we're doing this, but it's been on my brain, and this is kind of another piece of that puzzle. Now, what I am bringing to the table here was in regards to 2012. We're finding out a lot about Tartaria, right? Now, when you look at Tartaria and you look at the last 1,000 years, if you look at things from a different perspective, what if 2012 was officially the end of 1,000-year reign? Okay? I think it was before then. Or, because I'm kind of doing this on the fly, I'm trying to get the wording right. So don't everybody jump on me, and let me try to get this out. If we've already had 1,000 years of peace, that was Tartaria. That's why they had to destroy it, completely obliterate it, completely give us false history, get a new timeline, get a new calendar system, get all these different, make a false history, a false past, so that we wouldn't have any recollection of that 1,000 years of peace. That Christ had already come, all that had already been done. We had the old Jerusalem, the new Jerusalem. Apparently Jerusalem has been moved a few times, South Africa, Americas, and now the new Jerusalem over in Israel, right? But hold on, because I'm trying to word this just right, just so you can see what I'm saying.
God.
And hold on 1 second.
What the fuck?
So if we had 1,000 years of peace, and we're now at Satan's little season, we don't know how long his little season is. And if 2012 was that accumulation of the looking glass, maybe that was the beginning of the end of his little season, and we have a short window, like an apocalyptic kind of scenario window, where a bunch of things are going to happen before the final shebang, right? But and that's why you see our society has just gone to shit, and like nothing makes sense. Everything's up and down. You've got criminals being heroified. You've got, all this stuff going on. Nothing seems right. But what if that's the whole purpose of it? This is in fact the end of the end, but it's also the end to make a new beginning, right? And where the true peace will come. But because I've been really thinking about this, and if we've already had the 1,000 years of peace, that was Tartaria. All the advanced technologies and all of the, the 1,000-year, the giants and everything and all of that happened. They had to erase it completely so that we wouldn't know what that was, and we had to make our own way. And then we have to fight our way through this. But we know eventually we're going to get out of it. But what if this is, in fact, the end of Satan's little season? And that's why they're fighting so hard, because they know it is, in fact, their end. But it'll be our beginning.
I don't know, man.
Through it. But I don't... And when you said that about 2012, what if that was the cataclysm that shot all of this forward? And this is what that's the whole reason for CERN. Like they keep screwing with the time with CERN, or they keep trying to do black holes, or they keep trying to put things back, or take away or add more time, because they know they're trying to find a way like hell so that they don't lose everything that they have.
But here's the kick. All of Larry got a little alien on a unicorn. That's cute. Here's the thing. Let me ask you this, and this goes back to, I think, a discussion I had about a week ago, or maybe even 2 weeks ago. I was having a really heart-to-heart discussion with my son, right, about politics. Everybody knows that we are in a political shit show. Every single one of you. Even our the young'uns, they know. They see what's going on. They see what's going on too. And if you're here on this broadcast, this is good shit. This is real shit. CNN is going to give you propaganda. Number one, give you propaganda, feed your fear, give you anticipation, and feed nothing more than feed your anxiety. Okay. Oh, they want to keep you in that distress kind of. That's what they're for. That is ideally for what they're for. The Mockingbird media. Okay, they say that for a reason. Think about this, people. The Mockingbird media. Yep. Well, Larry's owns CNN. Well, we're going to spread it over to MSNBC, where Andy they're all in bed with one another. Okay, they're all spreading the same shit. All of them. But one of the things that we definitely know is there's something about to break, something going to happen, because right now, you got to realize, man, These people can't go anywhere, do anything, share anything, talk about anything without us not knowing about it. We know every single aspect of every single thing that happens, when it happens, where it happened, blah, 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 blah. Right? Nobody's not got a cell phone these days. Everybody does. Right? We all have one. There's nothing that cannot not happen that we not already know about it. So I don't know.
Oh, I like
Michelle?
Look what Tammy put. That's perfect wording. Our timeline has been manipulated, changed to keep us off schedule, apparently. And we're supposed to be in the year 5798. Yes, and they have screwed it up so badly. I mean, we all know time doesn't really exist. That they have manipulated time. They use time to their advantage. And they use time to keep us a slave. Because we have the working clock. We have our sleep schedule. We have our wake schedule. We have our working schedule. And everything's based on time. And that is how they control it. Right? Well, if you screw with the calendar and nobody really knows what day it is, but yet they use numbers in their magic, and they use numbers in the calendar for their purposes. So even though it's the wrong calendar, they'll still use it with the things that they do. So if they've totally, completely screwed up the calendar that we don't even know what proper day it is, we don't know how much time we have. I agree with whoever said in there, we're on borrowed time. And I think we've all felt it. And with them screwing with the time, every time we thought something big was going to happen, guess what? It doesn't. Is it us not having it happen? Is it them using magic or whatever to keep whatever it was from happening? Is it us saying no, making their thing not happen? It's probably a combination of all of that. You know what I mean? It's like, so how do we actually bring about the end result? I've been wanting to do that for weeks now. I am so over it. I'm done. I'm over it. Give me the T-shirt. I just want to go on vacation. I'm tired.
But where are we going? That's my question to you. Is like I asked Matt. Matt, like I asked my junior. Okay, if this is all Andy Cassie's gonna say it's a spiritual journey. Well, what's the end result? Do you, like Matthew asked me, Dad, do you really, if you could know everything and know the truth, would you really want to know it? And I literally had it. I was taken aback by that question. I've never had an 18-year-old kid, especially my kid, ask me that question. I would totally fuck me up. Whether it be timeline, learning this, spiritual this, I'm like, I don't know. I truly don't know. I got a question by Brandy.
I don't think in this 3D form that we're in right now, I don't think it's possible. One. Two, I don't think I'd want to, because what would you do with it when you're limited by a 3D meat suit? If we're not in our true form, our true energy form, where we could actually experience everything and go into whatever form, life thing that we wanted, experience that we wanted. If we're stuck in this what would be the point of knowing everything if we couldn't do anything with it? If we're stuck in the limitations of this body experience, unless if that knowledge granted us the ability and the means to have this be a temporary existence, that all of that knowledge, we could escape that, then hell yeah, bring it.
Escape,
but if it's limited.
But let me ask you. Not escape it to where? Where the fuck are we going? Where are we going? I would probably go with you. I would probably go with you.
What's out there? Why not? Why not? This is such a limited experience. Why not see what else is there?
Check this out.
Why limit to just this physical meat suit experience that we agreed to come to. But if we had all that knowledge and capabilities, this meat suit wouldn't be an obstacle. It would be like Doctor Strange, the movie Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Master, and being able to, know where he gets his powers.
Oh, the first one.
About the astral world, where he learns about the astral world, and he learns about all the things that he can do and manipulate time and do all these things. And he learns how to navigate that. So where his physical body, it really isn't a limitation because he has transcended that. He's gone beyond that. So in that case, tell Matthew, hell yeah from me.
Okay.
Tell him Michelle. Tell him Auntie Michelle said fuck yeah.
Okay, she's out of here. She's gone. All right, I got a question from Miss Brandy Bowen, right? And she says, "What do you all think about how items, not quite sure item, having letters in front of numbers like J976 and that 1999 was actually I, the letter I9999, right? Or I9999."
Oh, I've heard of that.
I have not heard of this.
I've heard of that.
She's like, also the change of the calendar to the Gregorian. In my opinion, she's like their timeline. This is like a timeline area. Really good question. I've not heard of that.
Yeah. I wish somebody could find a YouTube. There's a YouTube on that, and there's also some TikToks on. I wish somebody could find that.
Shit.
Because it's a great topic to really dig into, and it will mess your world up for real.
Miss Joanne,
it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
it's a rabbit hole, but it's a good one. It's a good one.
Miss Joanne says the bullshit MSM here in Oz, is in overdrive at the moment with the feeder agenda. Ah, bingo, yes. She's praying that more will wake up. Here's the thing is, where I believe is what Joanne's saying, but the wake up process I do believe is over. If these people don't fucking get it, they're not going to get it. How many, you just drive, literally, Miss Joanne, just drive to the store. You're either going to, put it this way, let me run this one by you. Michelle, you're not really are you mechanical savvy at all?
Nah.
Okay, but you can still say, put it this way, let me just share this with you. I'm gonna run this by you and let you know where I was at this past weekend. Y'all know that I was cutting wood this weekend for the stove. I needed to purchase a 14-inch chainsaw chain. Because I had hit a nail and fucked up my chain. Now, 14-inch chain. I took my saw chain. I took the chain to what's called Ace Hardware with me. Now, mind you, Michelle, this is how stupid people are. I walk in there and I'm like, I need a 14-inch chain. I'm sorry. He asked me. He said, "Can I help you?" And I hold up my chain. I literally hold up my chain. I don't say a word. I hold up my chain. And Matthew's with me, my boy, right? This fucked Matthew up because he's like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? These people are that stupid." I hold up my chain and the dude's like, "What is that?" I'm like, I need a... "Oh yeah, dude." I'm like, I said, I'm holding on my chainsaw chain. And the dude's like, "What's that?" I'm like, a weed eater? He said, "What brand?" And I said, "It's a 14-inch chain. I need a replacement for a 14. I need a replacement for my 14-inch chain." And he said, "What brand is it? What brand and model is it?" I said, "I need a 14-inch chain." It don't really matter what fucking brand it is. I can't help you unless you know the brand of the saw and the model number. And I'm like, "What?" I look over at Matt, and Matt looks at me, and I'm like, "Matt, I need a 14-inch chainsaw chain." Look, ladies will tell you, 6 inches is 6 inches. I don't give a shit what color it is. I don't care what brand it is. Okay? 14 inches ain't going to deviate because of the brand. I need a 14-inch chain, 0.50 millimeter thick, 52 links, 52 salty. That's what I need. I'm telling him I need the dude looked at me and I literally walked out. I walked out of Ace Hardware completely fucking stupefied. I ended up going to Home Depot to buy a chainsaw chain. I was completely blown away. So I don't know what to do. All I can say is those that are awake, it's going to be your job to helping those that are awake stay awake. And those that don't get it, they ain't going to get it. They just ain't going to get it. This is how dumb people are.
Yep.
What was Matthew Jr.'s answer to his own question? If Rose is asking, Matthew's answer to that question, Rose, was there are multiple. Now remember, he's 18. There are multiple truths, and there is no actual true truth. Everything, the way he sees it is, there's going to be, everyone is going to be part of the grand truth, and there really is no truth. We all create our own truth. That's what his answer was to that.
Nice.
Larry says, "Here comes all of the multi-dimensional fireproof LARPing ambassadors." LMAO. Larry's Mr. Logic at the moment. They don't want us to love, says Airbrush. I agree. That's what?
No, that's his prerogative. That's how he sees it, and that's how he views it.
Mm-hmm.
So who am I to say it's wrong, or who are you to say it's wrong? If we don't agree, we don't agree. But it doesn't mean it's not any less substantial, or it's not any less valid. That's what I was looking for, because it is what he feels is to be true. You and I might see it a different way, but it doesn't mean it's wrong or it's right.
I see
That's
it
how I try to look at it.
as all valid. It is all valid. And even not trying to bring Ava into this conversation, but she will tell you damn near the same thing, almost the same way as Matthew Jr. It doesn't matter. There is no absolute truth. The absolute truth is owned by one thing. And we all share a likeness with that one thing, that source energy. So he said, the way he sees it is displacency. You are your own displacent experience. It doesn't matter. Do your thing. What do you say? What is your favorite phrase? You do you, boo.
Exactly. I mean, and I can't tell anybody to, because their experience is not my experience, and vice versa. My experience is not somebody else's experience. They have not gone through what I've gone through. I haven't gone through what you've gone through. So and I got Bella licking my face over here trying to, I don't know why she suddenly is all over me, but it's each person. That's where free will comes in. We all have the ability and the free will to choose for ourselves. And so whatever you feel directed and guided to, that's going to be the path that you go on to. But I sure as hell don't want somebody to look at me and go, "Oh, you're full of shit. Your
Right.
idea is ridiculous. Your belief is ridiculous," because that invalidates me as a human being. I'm not going to do that to somebody else, and I'm not going to tolerate somebody else doing that to me, because I'm not going to. I'm okay, Bella. I'm not upset. She's sitting over here licking my face, thinking I'm upset, and I'm not. But Bella, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Here's the thing. What I'm saying though, James just dropped in there. This is what I mean by stupid people. James says, I've got a 16-inch chainsaw. Great for after hurricanes. Now, again, James, bro, I love you to death. If you were to take your chainsaw into Ace Hardware, Home Depot, or wherever, and ask for a fucking 16-inch chain, and you like are asked, well, it's got to be what brand is it? What model number is it? You're looking for a 16-inch chain. Who cares whether it's a Ford, a Chevy, a Mercedes, or whatever? You don't care. You're just looking for a 16-inch chain. This is what I mean by people, the timeline. I'm here to love people. I get that. I'm here to try to share my love with no matter whether they agree with me or not. I am a person which can agree to disagree. All right? I won't even debate with you. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Anymore, Michelle, think about it. You know me for a long time. I used to debate with you, get pissed off at you. Not you specifically, but I'm just saying, right? And now I am right. I'm to the point. Oh God, I am to the point. I'm to the point now where I don't care. Okay, I will agree to disagree, and if you want to disagree, whatever. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to do that with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight.
And I think a lot of that. I think a lot of that too is when we are having these conversations, and like say I'm going to use you and me as an example, and I've had to learn the hard way to shut my mouth sometimes, because I see something coming down the pike and I want to spare you, right? I want to spare your feelings. I want to spare you going through something, and I've realized that's not my job. You've got to experience what you're going to experience based on your decision. And eventually you came to the right decision, and we were able to work out that certain scenario, but you had to go through that. Even though you initially didn't believe me, yes, I was right, but I'm not gloating about it, but you had to learn from that experience.
It took me a minute.
Who am I to step
It took me a minute.
Who am I to step in? It did. And I had to step away. And that's why I had to step away, because if I didn't step away, I would have hindered your experience and your lesson and your learning and your growing, because I was going to try to protect you where it wasn't my place to shield you, because you had to learn the hard way. Otherwise, you weren't going to learn.
Right.
Because you're stubborn. Just like I'm stubborn. And so that's what we have to learn to do, is learn when to step away. Learn it's okay for somebody to fall. You help them back up. And you talk about what they experience, and you help them understand it. That's where the shadow work process comes in. And that's where learning about yourself and doing all these things, that's part of the whole journey. And I think that's where a lot of us are at now, is like that kind of refiner's fire portion of it all. We've done that wake-up work. Now you're refining yourself. Now you're really honing in on what it is, all that you've learned. And you're really coming to terms with who and what you are and why you are, and you're not making apologies for it, and you're getting a lot more confidence. We all are in who we are. I don't owe anybody anything, any reason, any explanation. I owe nobody nothing. Either they accept me as I am or walk away. It's not my job to have you like me. I really could care less.
Here's the
I'm
thing.
not here for that.
James just dropped a really good comment in the chat. He's like, if what we're saying is like realism, possibly, then why are we judging the bastards that's destroying this country? That's their truth, right? They're doing them. But the statement, you do you, boo. Well, they're doing, but the problem that I see, James, is they're going against. The way I see it is they're going against 100%.
They're innocent people.
They're going against the collective. They're harming people, right? And as well as like free will incentive, they're literally sucking off of you and I. That's the way I see it. Is the way I believe the pagan way. Okay, harm ye none, harm them none. That's the way That's why I go with that statement. I will like something in my mind just went, broke when I read that. Why are we judging them? We'll continue. I know you do. You probably do too. We'll continue to judge them based upon they're not doing us right. They're not doing us right at all.
And it's not that we're
good
judging.
Statement. Really good statement.
It's a very good statement, and I don't think I'm judging. As far as I'm doing it, pointing out a wrong is not judging.
Mm-hmm.
When you're actually showing what they're doing wrong, you're not judging them. You're showing the injustice of what has happened to every human on the planet, and the apartheid that has happened to every human on the planet, the slavery that has happened to every human on the planet. It's not a color thing. It's not a race thing. It's not a black, white, yellow thing.
No.
It isn't. It's a human thing. It's humanity. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, go further than that.
I'm showing the injustice.
If let's go deeper than that. What if it's not just a human thing? It's like Andy Cassie says, it's a spiritualistic thing. Because to him, dude, I've never really seen that dude in a chat or in a message really, really be against anybody. What if it is all about love? What if we don't, harm ye none, and regardless of how hard people hurt you? Look, I can honestly tell you, Andy, I love you with all my heart. I really do. But if it's to hurt me, I will hurt you back. Or if someone hurts somebody that I truly care about, I'm going to hurt you back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all love and light until I have to stand and fight, and then I will fuck some shit up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really.
I'm all about self-preservation.
Right.
I've been attacked multiple times. I am a targeted individual, but I've also come to the point now in the game that I really don't care. So you come after me and mine, you'll wish you hadn't. So we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to. And if that means going against the establishment, then I'm all for it. So if that means using our voice, this is what we have to fight with, is our voice, our platforms, getting the word out in some way, putting out the truth that we know to be true. It's not going to resonate with everybody. That's okay. It's going to find who it's meant to resonate with. I've had some people come to me in the last few days, and God bless them, I got baby dragons. People are discovering who they are, and they're waking up to their more divine natures and callings, and they're like, why does this mean so much to me? Why am I feeling this way? What's going on? Why do I suddenly have triangles all over my body appearing out of nowhere? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? And people are waking up to, like, you're going up a notch.
Because they're pissed off. They're pissed off. They're pissed off, man.
And this is what it takes. You get trial by fire, and you come out the other side, and you are stronger for it. It didn't kill you, so guess what? You are strong. You may not feel it all the time, but after every battle, you learn something in that battle. You learn to survive. You learn new tricks, new secrets. You've learned new advancements in yourself. That it's not it's not easy to do, but when you go beyond your physical experience, your eyes, just your physical eyes, and you look with those spiritual eyes, you're a whole nother being. This meat suit, that's just right now. That's not you eternally. That's not who the bigger picture of you. And I'm sorry if that's all you think you are. I'm sorry for you for that. And I hope you think more, because you are more. I don't know who needs to hear this right now. Apparently somebody does. But you are more. And you're waking up to that fact. And you're going to have a hell of a fight on your hands, because people are going to come against you. But it is worth it, because you are powerful. And people are figuring that out. And that's where they're running scared. Because the more they attack us and the more we fight back, we get stronger every time.
I agree
I
with.
don't know who needed to hear that. I don't know who needed to hear that.
I agree with what
Somebody apparently did.
what Mr. Hawkins just dropped in there. Mr. Larry Hawkins dropped in there. Listen, right is right, wrong is wrong, lies are lies. You're either a deception piece of shit or you're not. There is no in between, because of the pretend hard enough today. It's because pretending is hard enough today. He's right there. Right there is absolute fact. I completely agree with that statement. I try to live by that statement. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And like he always says, man, you're either part of the solution or you're part of the fucking problem. And that's why we've got down here Mr. Blondie holding them Illuminati cards. These bastards all know that they're doing harm to people. They're doing harm to humanity, whether it be consciousness, spiritualism. The growth of humanity is being fucked with by these people. And I'm tired. I'm literally tired of it. What?
Look at what Tammy dropped. Look at what Tammy dropped in there.
I'm getting there. I'm scrolling.
Okay, scroll all the way down, and Tammy says, "What if we all have a dragon that we should cultivate, nurture, and release?" Boom, bitches, right there. I'm just saying.
Boom, bitches. She says, boom, bitches. Oh my God!
I'm just saying.
Here.
I've just seen it in the last few days, and people are getting affected, and I think a lot of people are realizing, and maybe this is the time. A lot of people are going to suddenly wake up and start to realize. And whether people believe it or not, I don't give two shits.
Right.
If you're not on that path, great. You do you, boo. I don't care. But you know what? Those that do, it's not a fun path. It's hard, because you are fighting so many battles and so many obstacles, but it is worth every minute of it. And it's very liberating once you discover and realize and see for yourself and understand for yourself. And that's the individual journey. And not everybody's going to have the same thing. We're not all from the same place. We're not all from the same. Some people believe star system. Some people believe whatever. Same races, different races. I don't know. I don't have all those answers. I couldn't pretend to tell you.
Right.
I don't think we're all the same. I think we are all a mishmash. I think we were genetically modified and all of that. I do. I don't think we're all the same. I honestly don't. But that's where the individual choices come in. That's where if somebody feels better if they eat meat, somebody feels better if they have a plant-based diet, somebody feels better if they're all fish diet. We don't know. I don't know what kind of body makeup they are. More power to them. Let them be themselves. Let everybody have their individuality. We're not all cookie cutters. We're not all the same. We're not meant to be identical. I'm not going to be you. You're not going to be me. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. Shit, my life is hard enough.
Yeah.
Whatever anybody is going through in their life experience and their lessons, that's there to enrich you and make you, and you are going to grow from that. And yeah, it's shit half of the time. Yeah, it's hard. You're like, I didn't ask for any of this. I don't know what I did to deserve this. Well, you know what? It's accumulation. You can't control what other people do, but you can control how you respond and react. That's where your lessons are. How you handle a situation.
I want to talk about this. What James just dropped when we come back. Okay, I want to take a little break for a second and play some ads. But I want you to really think about what James just dropped. He's like, where are we all whenever people are suffering? Do we not have a role to play in this? That's a really deep one, because that right there is, I do believe, part of the issue that we are being held back from participating in, James. Because I do believe that Facebook, think about this, Facebook itself, right, could be utilized for such a magnificent thing. All of these glorious machines, from CERN to the collider to the neutrino detector, to every single thing on this planet is being utilized by these bastards down here and the people in DC. Though somebody is controlling this puppet shit show. Okay?
Yep. For their gain.
For their gain. Larry even said soul eaters. Soul eaters. Grab a beer, Matt. No, I think I'm gonna fill up my coffee cup, Mr. Grandpa Cassidy. Yeah. And by the way, if this little I'm gonna play this ad right, this little thing now. If this offends anybody, then well, you probably shouldn't be here, because I think this is quite fucking funny. So I'm gonna share this with everybody. And again, if it offends you, I apologize. Nah. All I'll say is, if it offends you, you're on the wrong damn channel. And if you want the link to this, I'll absolutely give you the link to this. This is funnier than shit. And then after we play this, like I said, hang tight. We'll be right back and talk about why we're not able to help one another. This is quite funny. Don't go nowhere. Maybe if I can get to play.
Going on vacation? See, the thing is, if you about to be up out this biatch, check it. Peep Delta. We be flying all over this bitch. Let me ask you something. You finna raise up and get your travel on? From the interior to the exterior. You got to get your posterior in one of these big-ass planes. Dog, you lay in the cut straight sitting on your ass and getting your drink on and your snack on while we floss and fly this mofo all over this bitch. East Coast, West Coast, it don't matter. Nia will get you to your hoe and back lickety-split. No shit. Then you be back at your crib chilling with a flat spliff, thinking we was some crazy-ass angel. Hell, these fat, round, thick-ass vessels run up in the sky so deep, it be crying. Yeah, you thought it was rain. So bring a towel, because at Delta, it's laid out like that. Call one of these fly-ass Delta coochies, and make all them punk-ass co-workers of yours catch the vapors as you be off and about. You going? We fly you there. You been? We done already flew up in there. We got you covered like a Jimmy hat. At Delta, we loves us some flying, and it be shown like a motherfucker.
Hey everybody, Austin here with Colorado Custom Game Calls. Are you looking for a game call for your upcoming season? Are you looking for something unique? Are you looking for a gift for the hunter in your life? Well, look no further. We got you covered. At Colorado Custom Game Calls, you get to put your own twist on these calls. Whether it's waterfowl hunting, big game hunting, predator, or turkey, we got you covered. So be sure to hit us up on our Facebook and Instagram or on the web at ColoradoCustomGameCalls.com.
What is up, all my beautiful and gorgeous souls? I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage. Every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, Brainiacs. MatrixMinds.live/CBD. The CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again. And now back to the show. What did you think of that shit, Michelle? She's gone. She's probably gone. No, she's still there.
I'm still here.
What did you think of that commercial?
I couldn't hear the first whole. You're gonna have to send me the link because I couldn't hear it.
Oh my God, it's hilarious, dude. It is absolutely hilarious. All right. I'll send it to you because again, that is funnier than hell. Let me somewhere. I got it. Let me get over to it and I'll share it with you. I don't know what am I doing? Where am I at? There's that. Oh man. Oh well. Alright, so let's go back to what we were talking about, which was what James said, why we don't help one another. Right? And that I think that I know I am a lot like him when it comes to this. Where are we whenever we need people? I know whenever I need people to help me with the broadcast, like the expenses and shit. Where's everybody at? I've got a handful of people. Serious, a lot of you come to the rescue when I say I need something. You're there. You're immediately like willing to help me. Problem is, above and beyond broadcast, I'm talking like your car breaks down or you need some. Tina Danley has a farm, right? Or she's got cows and shit, right? Cows and stuff. She needs help from time to time. Where are these people at? Where are all of these people when you fucking need them? James just told me over the weekend that one of the restaurant bars that he plays at burnt down over the weekend, right? And I love him to death. Thank you for trying to pull people together to to help these people, because where's the community? Where's everybody at whenever you're in need of help? I don't fucking get it. I mean, from Mish right there, Eber Mish, she helps people all the time. Who's the other one? I can't even list all of you that are so not selfish that do help me. But it's there again. The circumstances. It's like circumstances sometimes don't line up to where you can even help those people, and I get that. Why is that? It's almost Michelle. Have you ever thought that the universe was against you? Because I do from time to time. I'm like, what is this? And I don't really get it because I help people a lot. I don't say shit. I'm not one of them people that toot my own horn. Well, I went to a protest and I said this and I did this and I did that. Da, 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 da. I help bless. It's not about me. It's about them. I don't give two shits to even tell y'all what I did or what I didn't do to help people. I do help people. But when it comes to me needing help, it's fucking MIA. And I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Yeah,
what?
and a lot of it's hard too because, like, I know in my situation, I'm not able to be, I can't do shit. I'm
right.
not in the world of the world. I don't have the means, opportunity. I wish I could. All I have is my voice. If I can do something with that, great. If I can use that to help, great. I'm not in a position. I wish I was. I wish I had a smart. I wish I had a lot of things. And I think that's where a lot of their plan is as well, to keep people so, like, they spent a lot of time making it about the individual instead, and they took away community. So you worry about yourself, you worry about your family, your immediate circle, right? Your immediate, your wife, kid, your husband, whatever, right there. That's who you worry about. You don't have time or energy or the resources to worry about anybody else because you can't even make it. You're struggling. And that is part of their deal. It's because they've made it so impossible to live prosperously. If we could live without having to worry about that, can you imagine how amazing that would be?
Right.
That we have that kind of existence. There's a show called The Orville, and it's a spin-off of Star Trek, and I've kind of gotten into it a little bit, and it's kind of fun. It started out as a spoof comedy kind of thing, but it's turned into a kind of a serious spin-off of Star Trek, right? But their whole financial thing is do what you love. That's your contribution. You could be the best waiter in the greatest restaurant, and it's your passion. You are contributing to society. People don't have to pay for housing. They don't have to pay for food. They don't have to pay for their necessities, but their civilization flourishes because everybody's doing whether they're a painter, a chef, whether you're a nanny. You could be a dog walker. You could be a ship pilot. You could be a engineer. You could be a doctor. You could be a painter. It didn't matter. Do it with passion. It's what you love. And that's their whole society. I love that show because it shows what it should. To me, that's like fifth-dimensional living. You don't need money. You get to explore the galaxy, the world, do all these things, and it's there. It's provided, and there is no. Then people aren't struggling to survive, and I think that's the whole basis of the 3D experience. And you're struggling, and they've done that on purpose. And I know it sounds very almost negative, but that's what they've done. So it makes it impossible to have that community where people are available and able, but they've done such a good job at separating everyone. That division, having everybody mistrust everybody, having it be all about me. It's all about me. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Instead of, let's do this together, that's not what they want, because you're stronger together, and individually, you're not. And that's what they've done. And they've done it amazingly because it's worked. We're seeing it in the comments right now. Everybody's like, nobody's there for anybody. Nobody's there for anybody. That's how they designed it. That's their plan.
They can't. So they can't be there for them. Like you said, everybody is so fucking strapped Everybody is so strapped in their own selves they can't. I mean, I could, you know what I'm saying? James,
done that.
he just dropped something that I really felt. I felt this. Now again, I'm not an anti Jesus Christ basher, because I know you guys know this. Okay, I try to follow the teacher's teachings, not the teacher. To me, they bastardized the name Jesus Christ. That's just the way I feel. We all know who they is. But what James just dropped in here, I felt it. And he says, now this is supposedly a quote. Now, I don't know of the quote, but I'll share it. If you were of the world would love its own. But because you are not of the world, and I have called you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Quote by Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I totally felt this. I totally felt that comment.
Yep. And that's what they've done. So when you're looking at people who are all about success and it's all about me and it's all, look at what the 80s were like. I'm taking a little trip back. Look at what happened with the 50s and the 60s, and they came out and everybody started all the free love stuff, and it was all started becoming away from community and family of the 50s and the 40s and the 30s. You know what I'm saying? And especially the 40s and the 50s. And it was all about family. And they gradually, very delicately, very systematically made it more and more about being success-driven and getting the women out of the home and away from family and tearing apart community and divorce and women doing this and everybody doing that, and let's tear apart the family unit. Let's keep away the community. Let's have everybody be success-driven and money hungry and power. And then you go into the 70s and into the 80s, and it was all about advancement in high tech, and that split kind of happened, right? And a lot of people went into that split, and a lot of people went into, let's go for the money. Let's go for the money, the power, the fame, the wealth, the whatever we can get. And then they had the market boom, and then a lot of people got a lot of rich really quick. Then you had the 90s and the 2000s, and now it's all about corporate greed and individual greed, and everybody needs the money, and everything is so expensive. And they've done an amazing job at just ruining everything. All the values, all the core values, all the community, all the core values of home and hearth and family and upbringing and your heritage and who you are as a people. And they've done such a great job at destroying that. Oh my God, they've just done fantastic. They've succeeded hands down. Because who can survive? Who can survive? I don't have barely a dime to my name. How can we survive in a world that we can't afford to live in? Because they've made it to the point where only 1% are able to thrive, and the rest are struggling to survive.
Oh, but look, the Biden administration, Kamala Harris, saved you 17 cents on a fucking barbecue in 2020. Hello, they were so happy about that shit. Come on, man. These are the people that are just puppets, but yet they're the talking head. They've got to tell you, we saved you 17, almost 20 cents per barbecue. Man, give me a fucking break. You know what?
And this is the thing, like, look at what Dennis put was excellent. Even if we don't have the financial means to help others, we can do other things. The words thank you, please, a smile, saying hello to your neighbor, absolutely.
I agree with you.
Helping your coworkers, being polite and considerate to others. And they're priceless. These things don't pass the time. And this is where I think slowly people are so sick of the way society is. Look at how they cultivated, and if anybody's name is Karen in here, I apologize. They cultivated the Karen. They made they made it very avant-garde to be a bitch and an asshole. Like, oh, I'm so much better than you. Oh, you can't do that because I said so. Oh, and the political correctness. Oh, I can't believe you said that. You've hurt my feelings. Oh, my God. And so then you have all of these things where you can't even express yourself freely because you're going to offend somebody. So nobody can really communicate because everybody's so worried about offending somebody. Because you're saying something that goes against, oh my God, you go against what I believe. How dare you? Oh my God, you can't say that. That's not politically correct. That's a slur. Oh, you're horrible. And so it's become judgmental and non-consequential, and you can't even fucking have a deep conversation because you're going to offend somebody. Because you don't agree with what they believe in.
Listen.
So I'm sorry if you know, me, let's have a deep conversation. Let's talk like adults.
Some people can't, but they can. Michelle.
And I know.
You just heard me talk about
You've
just heard me talk about a 16-inch chainsaw chain and a chainsaw chain. These people can't even rationally, logically, mathematically make sense. And you're gonna hold a deep conversation with these people? Wet their lips and stick them to the fucking window. Those that can be enlightened are enlightened. Those that can't, bye-bye. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm not.
This is what I'm saying, though. They've done their job brilliantly.
What are we supposed to do about it?
They've done their job. This is called. It starts at the home, though. A lot of it. Okay, so if you're looking at what happened, okay, so Gen X. So let's go a little bit different angle here. So when we're talking about the different ages, the way they very systematically destroyed us as humans. I mean, just brilliantly. Look at how it's kind of starting to reverse itself a little bit, because the Gen Xers now have their kids. Well, they realize that we fucked up with our kids, the Gen Xers, because the Gen Xers' kids had all the toys, and then they became very demanding, and then they became, oh well, my son identifies as. Right? Then they do all of these things, and they want to give their children everything that they didn't have growing up, so therefore they went extra mile. Where their kids are now having kids, okay? And now it's starting to reverse itself a little bit because their kids are going, holy shit, what? No. Oh, hell no. Was I like that? Oh, God. And a lot of those same kids are realizing, and they're kind of reversing the pattern a little bit. So, and it starts at the home base level. So if they're bringing back the family unit, if things, see, this is where it can bite them in the ass. You were talking about earlier, Matt, you were talking about it earlier, and I think it actually is not a bad thing. You were talking about multifamily living. Yes, on the surface it could be a bad thing, but you know what else it brings back? Family.
Shit! I be getting somebody up in my house looking at my... Yeah, till I get somebody up in my house looking at my wife's booty. I'm a jealous motherfucker. I might not...
No. That's not what I'm saying, and you know it. I'm talking about if you've got to live with your extended family. At first, it might seem like a bad thing, but you know what? You're bringing core family values back. Reverse the script. Flip the script on them. Say, okay, well, if we got to live together and we got to figure it out, you're going to start respecting one another or get out. You're going to start helping. People are going to hold their weight. People are going to contribute however they can to make that situation work for everybody, or they're not, and then you get out of it if you can't contribute properly to that situation that you're in. So you can flip the script on them and say, okay, if this is what you're giving us to deal with, all right, you're going to regret that. because now we're going to make a community. And now we're going to learn how to barter. We're going to learn how to depend on one another. We're going to help each other. We're going to be a community, and we're going to start to get back what you stole from us, because we're going to do it all ourselves. We don't need you. So it can come back and bite him in the ass.
Until
What do
you
think
get
about that?
until you get that third cousin or that uncle that don't have a job. And then what?
Then they don't need to be there. Kick 'em out.
Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, you what the hell? I mean, I agree with you to a point, but yet you'll always have.
No, here's my thing. If that is where society has failed, if that particular person needs to find their own way, you've got to draw a line somewhere. You can't just say, okay, because you're not going to learn anything. It sounds mean. It sounds like tough love. It sounds whatever. That's the Gen X in me coming out. Because you can't have somebody coming in your house and say, okay, everybody's doing something and you're doing nothing. It's like the old woman in the shoe that nobody helped her bake bread. It's like the old nursery rhyme. Nobody helped her break the bread, but nobody helped her get any of the ingredients. She did all the work, but everybody wanted the bread. After she did all the work by herself, how is that being contributing? If everybody, even if somebody's gathering eggs, somebody can get off their butt and go out to the hen house and get some eggs. Somebody can go feed the cows. It doesn't take a rocket science. Somebody can go take the garbage out. There's going to be something that every human who's in that situation can do. And that's where you find the strength in whatever person. So you got to look beyond the immediate. Oh, this is getting me fired up.
Right. Well,
You got to look beyond this. You got to look beyond what's in front of your face, though. Get the bigger picture. So you got that one uncle. Is he really not good at anything? Is he?
But
really
he's just
that
lazy.
bad? Why would you
Whether
want?
you know what I'm saying
Why
is
would you
you
want him in your? If he's that toxic, are you going to allow one individual to destroy your entire family unit because you don't want to be the bad guy and say you can't be here, dude, because you're not contributing. You're not doing a single thing to help ease the burden of this family unit.
But everybody's got that. Now I'm going to use since Larry fucks with me, I'm gonna mess with him right back. I'm just gonna say Uncle Larry. Okay, everybody's got that Uncle Larry or that cousin Andy that is just a lazy ass. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Everybody does. So whenever you bring that part of the family unit in, which Larry's part of that family unit, or so is cousin Andy, what are you going to do? They've got to say, are you going to evict these people? You going to tell them you can't live there? They're part of that family, right? So I want my own shit. I want my own shit.
Okay. Yes, they're part of that family. But are they going to also be contributing to the factor that family doesn't survive? What if you are in a very serious situation? What if things go to shit? Say if we have an apocalyptic scenario. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. Say things go to hell. So we have no choice. You got that one bad apple that put everybody else in harm's way. You got that one bad apple that feels entitled that they don't have to lift a damn finger and everybody else is busting their ass to survive. Are you going to let them get away with that? Are you going to allow them because you don't want to be the asshole, because you don't want to be the bad guy, because you don't want to be the one that has to make the hard decisions? Say, you really can't be here, dude. I don't know what you're going to do.
I agree with you.
Unless you pull your weight, how the hell are you going to fit in with us? Because everybody else is looking at you going, why does he get to eat a meal when he's not done the damn thing to help his family?
what do you?
If that's the mentality that we have to have in order to get past this, I'm all for it. Because even though if we don't have the means to survive, and we've got to come together as a family, as a unit, as a group of people, everybody's got to do something. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Something to show that you give a crap. Or you just don't give a crap.
Let me throw this
Then
at you.
that tells me that Uncle Larry don't give a crap. And he just wants things handed to him. No offense, Larry. But you know what I'm saying.
I do. I mean, again, I use Larry as an example, just a name. Let me throw
as a name, yeah.
Let me throw this one at you because James Roundtree says that this is really, really good. He says they've destroyed the family unit or the family roles by completely confusing the gender roles. Women are for nurturing the family and the heart. Men, okay, alpha men, this is where I've got a big ass problem. Men are for protecting and providing. Women weren't made to do everything that men can do. Okay, again, problem with this statement is because you're going to have people say, oh, well, that's racism kind of, that's non-gender equality, blah, 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 blah. But here he says, they were made to all do their own independent thing, and women weren't made to be and do the same things as women or men were supposed to do. That statement, my entire family believe in that statement.
Okay, well, let me play devil's advocate a little bit. Here, what if now a lot of people believe that in the beginning there were no gender separation, that it was male and female in the same body, and it just was. When it became male and female, that's when things changed. That was the first division. But here's the thing. There's a reason women give birth to the babies. We're built for it. There's a reason men don't give birth to the babies. They're not built for it.
I agree. We agree.
Right?
Right.
Yeah. And so if we go back to the non-gender thing, okay then, how do you separate that? There wouldn't be a need for it. But there is. In this reality that we live in, we have male and female. That was part of their plan as well. The whole LGBTQ thing, proven psyop. I don't care if you believe me or not. It's a fact. It's a thing. That was done intentionally. Part of the confusion. So that men are women, women are men, they don't know who they are. Then you throw in all the pharmaceuticals, all the vaccines, all the shots, all the prenatals. Who knows what's really in those to screw with the genetics when they come out, so that when they come out, they don't know if they're male or female, biologically, right? So who knows to what extent that they have screwed with a very basic thing of male and female to the point of they have interviews, and an interview will ask the question of the guest, can you tell me what a female is? And they can't answer the question.
I got one. Let's just look at...
to me is horrible.
Let's go back to the basic fundamental principles of nature. You tell me that we absolutely positively have got a transgender robin. Just a bird. Have you ever seen a transgender goat? I haven't. I absolutely have not.
No.
We have got what's called an alpha male. This goes in species. You'll see a male dog humping another male dog, showing dominance. He's not truly going to get laid, right? But nevertheless, he's going to dominate the dog. Alpha male. The society we're in is trying to dumb the male and the species down and fucking remove the alpha male because, like James said, we are the protector. I'm going to fuck some shit up if somebody comes at my wife. Just telling you.
Yep.
I'm not going to be, oh, it felt good. Just felt good. You look good. Just do what you got to do. No, I don't think so, Joe. You see what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I'm not going to be that. I'm never going to be like that. I mean, this is the thing.
I know, and
that's
man, part of it all, though. That's what they've done. That's if you look at it objectively from their perspective, they've done this job beautifully.
Sure, they have.
How screwed up this? If you look at how screwed up this whole entire existence is, they have just masterfully fucked it all up. They have done a beautiful job. They kudos. You guys have just gone far beyond. So it is going to be up to us, oh my God, to unfuck it. So
damn.
if we recognize what they've done, then we can undo it. Because that is what we need to do. It doesn't fall to anybody else. It doesn't fall to somebody coming and saving your ass. It comes down to you and the choices that you make, whether you're going to continue to believe their bullshit and their lies and their stories, or if you're going to start to think for yourself and do for yourself. You and your family, community, start to unfuck what they have fucked with. Boy, I'm throwing that word out a lot.
Yeah, you are. Well, I'm not even going to edit this for satellite. I'm not even going to edit this audio. It's pointless. It's pointless at this point.
But if we do that, we can start to undo what they had done. But it begins with us, each individual, our family unit, the way we raise our kids, the way that we train them up to be, because we want them to be better, to do better, to think for themselves, right? But we can't do that if we're still stuck in that system. But again, here we go, free will. Boils down to free will. We have to decide. You got to decide. I've got to decide. It doesn't matter what the other person believes, what somebody else believes. What do you believe? How are you going to expand on that? How are you going to change the world for the better by your own personal actions, your words? Even what we're doing tonight, right here, right now, may not sound like it's helping. It's helping. Because the reason it's helping, it's getting somebody to think. It's getting somebody to go, oh, wait a minute. And if we can get just one person to change their view, to change the way they're thinking into a positive outcome, that they're saying, oh, well, maybe I was thinking, well, wait a minute. And they question one little aspect. That's going to have a domino effect on the rest of their existence, because that one little domino is going to push over a lot of other dominoes. And that's how they change, if they want to. So if a society as a whole is wanting to change, we outnumber them by a lot. Look at the impact that that could have. Look at how we can demonstrate to them, no, we're not going to play your silly games anymore. We don't want that on our televisions. We don't want to watch that. We don't want to see that. We don't want to expose our kids to that. Let them be kids. Why do they have to be exposed to all that crap? That's part of the downward spiral of this society. So how do you change it? How do you fix it? How do you expand it? How do you say no more? How do we change it in a 3D aspect? It's not easy because they control it all. And it goes all the way back to the beginning of the podcast. Solar flash, solar flare, big kaboom, something big is coming. Wipe the shit clean. Let's clean slate it. We're done. You guys had your fun. We're not going to fix your mess. We get to build a new world, and we get to build it the correct way, because you had your turn. You're done. And that, in my opinion, is what's going to be the final outcome. There you go, I said it. I said it.
Tammy, this goes back to what Tammy said prior in the comments, and that is, it's in the water. She's like, it's in the water, bro. Well, I can tell you that I personally, myself, think that it's above and beyond just the water. I believe that, I personally think that it is in the manipulative airwaves. It is in the water. It is in the air that we breathe. It is in the food that we eat. It is in every aspect of. But everything that we see today is manipulated at some degree. I have never seen a. Get this. A friend of mine raises bulls and cattle. I have never seen a bull that damn near had to be put down because it was so fucking massive it couldn't hold its own weight up. Let me tell you what, the shit that they're putting in the grain is absolutely making these animals, from hormones to steroids, from steroids to hormones to whatever. It is absolutely, like she said, it's in the water, it's in the, and I'm going further, it's everywhere we look. Something is going on in this matrix of consort that indistinguishable. You can take a 12-year-old girl, a 14-year-old girl, whatever. These we've got women, young girls that are developing at the ages of 10 to 12 that look like adult women. They should not They should not be like that. I'm serious. I've got a really good friend of mine says, I don't know what to do, man. She just keeps growing. Because, it's like, it's in the horn. It's got to be the fucking food. This is the food. I told him, I'm like, everything. Dude, I just don't know what to say, man. James Roundtree says they're turning the freaking frogs gay, says Alex. A frog's asshole is watertight. Just wanted to share that with all of you that's here.
I think at this point, that we are all so contaminated. Our bodies are this and that. I like to say I'm a mutant. I'm taking what they're giving me and I'm transmuting it, right? Because either it's going to kill me or it's not. Whatever it is, I'm not dead yet. So there you go. But I'm looking at it this way. We have to last a little while longer.
Right there.
As long as we can last a little while longer. And whatever happens is going to happen, and we can all feel it. And I honestly don't want people to lose hope, because I truly feel in my gut, in the deepest part of me, that whatever is coming soon. I fully agree. I don't know if it was Tammy or who said we were on borrowed time, and I agree 100,000% that we are on borrowed time, and I think they keep trying to screw with time, CERN, all that, because they're trying to buy themselves time. But I think there's so much that all of a sudden is happening that they're not going to be able. It's like they've run out of options, and they know it. And I think they're going to go for a last Hail Mary, and we're gonna feel that one. But we need all this to happen. We need it to just be done. It's not going to be pleasant. I'm not going to lie. Whatever, we already know. We may not know exactly what's going to happen, but we know it's not going to be pleasant. We know that. But we've got to be brave enough to know that we've got to face it and say, you know what? We need to get it done. Let's just do it. Let's be done with it. We've come here to do what we came here to do. We can all be proud of what we've done. All be proud of the fact we woke up from their lies and manipulations. We can't control what they do. We can hopefully survive it. If not, it was nice knowing you.
Right.
But we've got to keep going until we wake up dead in the bed one day, as I like to say. One day, I'm going to just be dead in the bed. There you go. I'm done. I don't care. I no longer care. I am ready to be done. I will keep fighting. I will keep going. But I am done. I'm over it. So let's just get on with it. It's been nice. It's been a fun battle. But you know what? I'm tired. I'm ready for a vacation. I'm getting an attitude, and I'm done fighting. I'm over it. And I think a lot of us are. It's just we're tired.
Oh, I'm done. I just don't know where I'm going to go. I have no idea where I'm going to go.
We don't even have to know that part. We don't know what happens after. And if somebody says they know what happens after, they're full of shit because they haven't been there yet. I hate it when people say, "Oh yeah, we're just together." No, you don't. You don't fucking know. I'm sorry. My opinion. But how do you know you haven't been there yet? So you're just blowing smoke out of your ass. But I look at it this way. We don't know. That's a great unknown. So you know what? Let's take a leap of faith. We've done a leap of faith in everything else. Let's do a leap of faith with that. Let's just say, bring it on. Let's just get it done. We've done so much, been through so much. I think I'm not alone in saying we're over it. Let's bring it. Just do it. Do whatever you're going to do. Do it. Let's be done. And we'll move on to the next thing. Whatever that next thing is, it's got to be better than here. And if it's not, I'm going to be really pissed.
I agree with what Susan said, and that is just to live life to the fullest. And I also agree with what Morgan says, so I'm going to throw them two together. I believe exactly what you ladies just said. Okay? Whether it be a blackness of void, and we are just waiting for the next experience, or it be God only knows. Okay? Because I myself really, really believe that when we are away from the body, we are still experiencing something of some sort. I don't know how to explain it, right, other than you are never not going to be you. You're you in this physicality. You're you in your dreams. You're you in your past life, your regressions that I've done with people. We all are going to experience something in some way or another, whatever that be.
What if we just hop over to another timeline? So if we've done this 3D experience, so what if we go to a 5D experience timeline? What if we go to an 8D experience timeline? So what if it's infinite?
Who knows, man? I believe in the multiverse. I believe in the multiverse. I truly do. I believe that we are at a quantum level and a dynamic level. We are more than this physical being. Okay, so with all of the shit that Larry drops in here about quantum physics and shit, I love talking quantum physics. Me and him have spoke for 4 fucking hours at a time about quantumness. Okay, and I'm telling you, whenever we talk together, the majority of people would just what? But right, we are a multifaceted, multidimensional something, okay, and that something is being I don't want to say the word constrained, but it's being constrained, okay. Seriously, it's being constrained. It's being manipulated. It's being what really bothers me, and this plays on what Michelle's Airbrush Smith says. And that is, we're being manipulated at a very fucked up level. Our food, our water, our air, our everything. What are they doing to humanity? They're limiting the growth of consciousness at a massive level.
Sorry.
Absolutely. Pi is good. P-I. It's so good. Michelle, we're gonna wrap this up. As far as editing this, too many F-bombs. I'm not even gonna try. It is what it is. So, yeah. Alicia, over on iHeart, I'm not even gonna share this with you. It's pointless.
Uh-oh.
It's all good. Oh my God.
All right. Well, it's just one of those things where, I mean, we went the whole gamut, but I just don't want people to. I'll do my little closing statement then.
All
I don't
right.
want people to lose. I don't want people to lose faith in humanity and themselves. Just know that whatever's going to come down the pike is coming. You know what? Let it come. You have done your job amazingly well. You are amazing, wonderful beings. I don't care what your personal belief is, but you know you've done your own work. You know who you are as a person, and you're constantly, continually growing. You're constantly, continually trying to change, trying to evolve. And that's the whole point of all of this, right? And you're trying to understand the world that you're in. I'm pretty much even beyond doing that at this point. I just want to make it through. But I just want people to not lose hope, because you're going to make it through. You're going to be fine. And we just got to keep going a little longer. And I don't want people to be afraid. I don't want people to fear the things that are coming. Just know you are so powerful that they have to have teams of people to come against you when they come against you. So even though you're constantly feeling like you're fighting and you're battling and all of that, you are, sadly. But you know what? There's a reason you are, because you're that powerful. I hope that makes sense, because that's the reason they do that, because you are that powerful. And it may not feel like a compliment at the moment, but it really seriously is. And I just want everybody to understand that you are, since I'm already in trouble,
Yeah.
you're one powerful motherfucker, okay? Since I'm already in trouble, you are one powerful motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I want you to be proud of yourself. I want you to be proud of yourself, because you're absolutely fucking amazing. There, I said it. I love you guys.
Oh my God.
See you later.
You ain't that much.
Later.
Michelle, you ain't gonna want to go nowhere. If not, you're gonna want to tune in, because again, editing this broadcast, there's no possible way I'm gonna do it. In fact, we're gonna go out with some class. I'm gonna go out with some style. We're gonna go out with some style here. So you thank you for being with me tonight, Michelle. I'm serious. I appreciate you, and I thank you for doing that. Yeah, do me a favor, okay? I want you to tune in. I want you to tune into what we're about to share here. Will you do that for me? Before you leave, please jump back in the chat with everybody. I want you to listen, because we're going to go out with a style here. All right? Good night to you, Michelle. I love you. Yeah, man. I love you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have her. She's probably good. I think, she loves the chat. All right, man. So where are we at? What are we doing? I'm going to go over here right quick. Cancel studio. Since we're already in trouble, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to bother editing this video. The broadcast is done. I'm just too many F-bombs. And I can't, so you guys crank it up. This is the definition of, our favorite word, right? Most magnificent word, universal word, everything and anything that it could possibly be used for, even every single word in the English dictionary. You guys take care of yourselves, take care of one another. I love you guys. We'll see you here on Friday night. Rob Gauthier on Wednesday night. You guys be safe, and we'll talk to you guys another day, another way. Good night, everybody.
Perhaps
one of the most interesting words in the English language today is the word fuck. Out of all of the English words that begin with the letter F, fuck is the only word that is referred to as the F word. It's the one magical word. Just by its sound can describe pain, pleasure, hate, and love. Fuck, as most words in the English language, is derived from German, the word frichen, which means to strike. In English, fuck falls into many grammatical categories. As a transitive verb, for instance, John fucked Shirley. As an intransitive verb, Shirley fucks. Its meaning's not always sexual. It can be used as an adjective, such as, John's doing all the fucking work. As part of an adverb, Shirley talks too fucking much. As an adverb enhancing an adjective, Shirley is fucking beautiful. As a noun, I don't give a fuck. As part of a word, abso-fucking-lutely, or in-fucking-credible. And, as almost every word in a sentence, fuck the fucking fuckers. As you must realize, there aren't too many words with the versatility of fuck, as in these examples describing situations such as fraud, I got fucked at the used car lot. Dismay, aw, fuck it. Trouble, I guess I'm really fucked now. Aggression, don't fuck with me, buddy. Difficulty, I don't understand this fucking question. Inquiry, who the fuck was that? Dissatisfaction, I don't like what the fuck is going on here. Incompetence, he's a fuck off. Dismissal, why don't you go outside and play hide and go fuck yourself? I'm sure you can think of many more examples. With all of these multi-purpose applications, how can anyone be offended when you use the word? We say, use this unique, flexible word more often in your daily speech. It will identify the quality of your character immediately. Say it loudly and proudly. Fuck you.
Hey everybody, Austin here with Colorado Custom Game Calls. Are you looking for a game call for your upcoming season? Are you looking for something unique? Are you looking for a gift for the hunter in your life? Well, look no further. We got you covered. At Colorado Custom Game Calls, you get to put your own twist on these calls. Whether it's waterfowl hunting, big game hunting, predator, or turkey, we got you covered. So be sure to hit us up on our Facebook and Instagram or on the web at coloradocustomgamecalls.com.
What is up, all my beautiful and gorgeous souls? I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the Shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, Brainiacs. MatrixMinds.live/CBD. The CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again. And now back to the show.